So apparently I heard yesterday was National Doggy Day, which actually I don't really have a dog, so it doesn't really apply to me. But I know plenty of people who do have dogs. My uncle actually has two blue heelers, so I'm sure that they received much love yesterday for well, they should receive. I mean, it's their. I mean, it's their pets. Their animal companion. They should be receiving love all the time. But I hope they still got the attention that they deserved yesterday, which is always nice. Honestly, again, I've said this before in the past, but I did have two cats growing up, and you know, if yesterday's video was any indication, yes, I know of the ramifications, I guess, of an animal or any loved one entering and tragically leaving your life. So I've been through that process, but I'm still very thankful for the fact that I did have two cats growing up. They were in my lives, and if I maybe want another animal down the line, sure, why not? But I really could go the rest of my life and not have another pet, and I'd be okay with that as well. Basically, I'd take it or leave it. So there's that. Yeah. So again, for those of you guys who have dogs, I hope that. I mean, again, I hope they receive love every day, but I hope they got like something extra special yesterday. I guess maybe like future, like seriously, I have like two sets of friends because they're both married who each have dogs, and they were like featured on like the news. That was like really cool. I'm like, yeah, the dogs are actually more famous than you are. Actually, I really shouldn't say it like that, but yeah, so that happened. So today is actually a little bit better in terms of actually better in terms of like weather, I think, because weather was just like, I mean, the morning was pretty cool. This morning is like 62 out, which is a little warmer than yesterday, I think, and I think it should be warmer today, which is rather odd because, again, when I work out, it's for the most part like pitch black out, and if I can see the sky, there's like no covering to, trap the proverbial heat in, so it doesn't. Well, it's not proverbial. It's actually real because clouds actually sort of, it's like a blanket. It covers the heat, so it keeps the area warmer than what would happen if it was a clear sky. Which this morning was actually like a clear sky. Like I could see a couple stars. It's actually quite nice. Honestly, whenever I do run, it's always weird because on the one hand, if it is cold out, having those clouds would be, kind of helpful in terms of staying a little bit warmer. But if it's a clear sky, you can see the stars, you can see the moon. It's actually really nice. Occasionally, I actually see a shooting star. No, I'm kidding. One time during a run, I saw like 3 shooting stars. And unfortunately, this was when the Dallas Cowboys had Tony Romo and he got injured and we went 4-12. So never again will I ever wish upon a shooting star. So, or if I do, I don't think it's going to be wishing for my Cowboys to win. I'm sorry. Maybe, you know what? That's honestly why, like, don't get me wrong, I love the Dallas Cowboys. You guys know this. But I don't think I'll go to a game just because, no kidding, every time my father's ever actually seen the Cowboys play in person, they've lost. And I believe I was turning 26 at the time. It was 26 or 27. No, it was 27. And, no, it was 26. And my father and I went to see, and the Cowboys were actually playing in Buffalo on my birthday, and we lost. Well, I say we, the Cowboys. I mean, I was in Buffalo, so any Buffalo Bills fans watching this are probably reveling with joy, like, oh, it was that game you went to. Okay. That, Yeah, see, again, my birthday is December 28th, and the Cowboys played in Buffalo on my birthday, which that's actually pretty sweet. I like it when that happens. Seriously, I do like it when it happens, but in terms of actually like playing on my birthday, I think that's the second time where the Cowboys have played on my birthday and they lost. Because the first time it was back when I was at Trinity Pauling, I believe, and they played against the Eagles. And I do believe it was for the division, and the Eagles ended again. But at the time, the Eagles were good. I mean, this is back when Jonathan McNabb was the quarterback. So, yeah. Although, it's always weird. The fans of the Eagles are always obnoxious, but like the QBs, or like the people that I should dislike the most, are like the nicest people ever if you see them in interviews. Seriously, watch like Carson Wentz or like Donovan McNabb in old interviews. They're actually really cool guys. Like, man, it really is the organization I don't like. I don't get that. That's weird. So, yeah, that was a little, tangent-y, I suppose. Actually, you know what? I'm looking at the sky, like, right now at my window, and, like, it was clear when I left my run, but the clouds are starting to come over the area, so I don't really know. Because here's the thing. It's warmer at night when the clouds are there, but it's cooler during the day when the clouds are there. So, warmer at night, cooler during the day if clouds are present, because you want the sun shining down on you, which again, that's why actually my window's open, because I love letting the sun shine in, because it's nice, it's peaceful, it's al natural. That's really cool. So in terms of like any news, oh yeah, right, America's Got Talent, that's gonna be on tonight again. Gonna be watching that. Although, is it like the semifinals right now? Is it like another set of judges cuts? I don't really know. I don't really know what's gonna happen. I mean, I like to see what happens, but we'll see when it's like, just less than 14 hours from now. Again, this is like 10 after 6 when I'm doing this. Yeah, I actually get up pretty early when I start my day. So, like, I wake up early, but I get up later than I ought to, just because, I want to get things going, get my workout done, which, I did, which is nice. Get my, start my laundry, which I don't know if you can actually hear it in the background, but it's still sort of, going. It's going to be going for, I don't know, probably another 10, 15 minutes. My laundry, my washer is really kind of weird here. Because, because it has like a digital clock or whatever, and it tells, how many minutes it's going to be until, like, it's done. But, for no matter what, when it gets to, 1 minute left, rock on, but 1 minute left, and it does, that really fast, spin, I can't really do it very well, but you get the idea. And basically, it's a lot longer than a minute. It's actually more like 5. And then, right when it's done doing the rapid fire spin cycle or whatever, it does, and keep in mind, the 1 minute thing has already been present for, 5 minutes now, which is weird. I don't know, hopefully if I get a new change of scenery, I'll probably, think of something else regarding that, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, so there's that. What else is in the news? Well, I'm pretty sure everyone and their grandma is very well aware of this, but pumpkin spice is back at Dunkin'. It's actually been back for a while now, and don't get me wrong, I love pumpkin spice. I love it myself, but I'm not actively seeking it out. At least, like, not right now. Like, it's not like I wake up in the morning, I must have pumpkin spice. No, that's not how it works. You know, although, that does remind me, though, one thing that's at Rita's that is back is not pumpkin spice, but pumpkin ice. Yeah. They actually have a pumpkin Italian ice, which I did sample just the other day before they sort of, mass marketed it. And because, I'm cool like that. And it was amazing. Think of like, if you've never had like pumpkin flavored Italian ice, imagine like the most delicious pumpkin pie filling. Only add a little bit of cream to it and make it cold. Like, that's what it is. And it's amazing. Seriously, it's like, it was seriously, I was like, can I get like a store-bought pie cruster? No, get like a puff pastry, cook that, and put like the pumpkin ice on top of the puff pastry with like the layers. Oh, that'd be awesome. That'd be so cool. I mean, I'm sure someone will probably try and do that now. I don't know. It'd be really cool. So, there's that. Anything else I can think of that's been going on in recent memory? Let's see. Actually, come to think of it, I can't really. Actually, no, I didn't. I guess I could talk a little bit about, the fact that the Disney D23 Expo happened, or it's going on right now or something, because my cousin's actually there enjoying the festivities, which, from what I hear, she's having a blast. I mean, it's Disney, and like me, she's a Disney fan, so I don't think she could really, complain. So, in terms of what my thoughts are, honestly, I don't really have any, because D23 is just, it's basically another iteration of like the Comic-Cons or, gigantic conventions where, Disney reveals like new stuff that's coming out, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, there is some stuff from Disney that I am interested in seeing, but in terms of what interests me specifically, I mean, I would have liked to have heard a little bit more about when season 2 of Amphibia is coming out, which we do have some idea. Actually, it's going to be sometime next year, which could mean anything. So, here's hoping 2020 gets here soon. I'm going to be a 30-year-old man when Amphibia season 2 comes out. It's going to be, and I'm not going to, that's actually one thing I want you all to promise me. Like, obviously on December 28th this year, I'm going to turn 30. So, like, don't let me act like, I'm going to be, like, I'm old now. Like, no, I'm not going to let my age I'm just going to let my age be a number. I'm not going to let, like, oh, I'm 30 years old, I can no longer, no, I'm not going to let that happen. Are you kidding me? That's crazy. Why would I want that? I still want to be able to, I mean, that'd be like saying just because I'm 30 years old, I'm not able to enjoy stuff like Disney, or gaming, or One Piece, stuff like that. Although that does remind me, speaking of, One Piece, or actually Funimation as a whole, the other day I talked about Invader Zim Enter the Fortress, and I mentioned that the MVP of the cast was easily Richard Horvitz, the guy who voices Invader Zim. He actually had a brief cameo in Dragon Ball Super. He was that Dr. Rhoda guy in the Tournament of Power. So, it's all starting to connect. You know what? I think I may have actually mentioned that earlier. But in case I didn't, now you know. Although, that does remind me, there's 2 characters in One Piece I would very much like Richard Horvitz to do. And one of them is actually coming up, if Funimation is dubbing the Punk Hazard arc, which they should be doing that soon, there's a character in that arc that I really think Richard Horvitz should do. I'm really hoping that they do. Although, that probably won't happen. Or if not, wait all the way into, Wano. And you know what? Have him voice the Shogun. I mean, I mentioned the Shogun plenty of times. So, yeah. So, either a certain character coming up in the Punk Hazard arc or the Shogun in the Wano arc are the two characters I would like Richard Horvitz to do. That'd be awesome. Although, again, it's up to people auditioning and, what have you. So, it could very well not happen. In fact, I doubt it will. But it would be cool. But one thing that's always going to be cool is I'm going to wake up every day, work out, make videos for you guys, and get on with my day, which is what I should do right now. So, like, favorite, share, hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on YouTube, follow me on social media platforms. I am humbled I made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy for today. I'm hoping you have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. And remember, if you guys want to talk, the channel is going to be here, to lend an ear, and I'll always have your back. Take care, and make good choices.